customers actually.
They're not a customer, they're just an anonymous person.
Anonymous, it's just an anonymous letter.
So why should it be entertained?
So
You
do
have to because he said he has title.
But he should go to the police, eh?
automatically now.
Well, he's going to go to a lawyer.
No,
But that's
after me,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have you, I'll let you guys know, but I'm also coming with my lawyer and the police at one time. So if they do that in tandem, then that's where everything speaks and stuff, and that's where.
But once you are aware that someone else is claiming ownership, you cannot turn it over unless your customer can bring proof that they have title to that.
Shouldn't that be brought in like initially?
Not all the
No,
time.
not all the
Everybody,
time.
no.
wow.
Just
People
the-
don't bring things in safety deposit box, don't bring ownership titles.
They just bring the item itself.
Just bring it and put it in.
You put cash in there, you could bring your own.
Whatever,
Yeah.
your jewelry, just drop it in.
You can only look at
Yeah.
say just what's the law.
No.
Okay, right there, we have every customer to do that.
Used to.
Don't let them go find
Don't let me see it.
Don't let me see it.
Don't let me see it.
And customer used to do that.
No,
It's not supposed to be.
no
Yeah.
cash. But before you could have had cash. Before. Yes, Auntie, anything else? Why you scratching your head? What? No, make sure I added it up correctly. You may have missed a quarter.
You mean to tell me nothing in my stuff you could understand, just me.
So I have the duties of a customer.
You may argue, you know. Don't suck your
Okay.
teeth. And why on these little 2-point questions, people start to skip some? Why would you skip?
So I get a quarter of a number. That is fine. We can suggest that.
Uh-huh.
But I have information as duties of customer duties. I mean, I have the duties of a
Under bailment.
Yeah.
It has to be under bailment.
This question is only on bailment.
What number is it?
Number
Number
five.
five.
Yes, it's only on bailment.
Oh.
So, okay, so instead of trying to get a quarter point too. So, the fact that we list the duties of a customer we're not, that is not supposed to actually for the bank or I don't know.
No, because that one deals with checks.
Only checks.
This is ownership, which is different.
Even though I say what payment is too, I gotta get a midpoint.
Let me see.
Try
I
it.
mean, from the top, you must see run out and say what the hell is this?
Why you don't stop, man?
Oh, no, I think that right.
Put you all the way where you point to?
Right
In the
here.
middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I tell you from the top, you run out.
Okay, see? When you come here now, you talking about bailment, right? You told me in your first three lines, your first sentence. What did you tell me? She knows just what I mean.
Okay, you want, tell me what H is, the answer for H.
Oh, what is it?
The difference between attending and the precedent.
Binding and persuasive,
Where are we at? What's the number of this?
1H.
Oh,
Oh,
that's it.
God. Oh, at least I get two there.
I get two there.
Hey, I
So
get
tell
a
us
mark
what
to
it
that.
is.
I'm proud.
Oh, I get two.
What's binding? Come on.
When the judge
I didn't get a mark for
ruling in
mine
a
then.
court that is above a court
Yes.
that you're in.
Oh.
Yeah, persuasive,
Mhm.
persuasive expression in Commonwealth.
Other Commonwealth jurisdictions.
Times I looked out.
Mhm. Yeah, you got that.
And precedent is what?
No, that's
Both are precedent. One is binding and one is persuasive.
Which number that is?
1H.
Let's see what I get for that.
Let me see, Doris, if you got that one right.
I didn't get two for that.
I think so.
What G question was it?
One maybe.
Because that was totally a
What,
zero.
one G?
So,
Right.
What is the meaning of past consideration is no consideration?
what is
Man, I
G?
read that, you know.
What does that mean?
How
G,
much point was that? That's
2
points, so I get
Well, I still
I
can't
get
get
2
one
points for that.
for
Okay, you got that, Doris.
What is the answer for G?
past consideration is no consideration, it has no value under law, it is already.
Right.
Right, it's gone,
Done, already done, yeah.
already done.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
I should have put these meanings for these golden rule and literal rule and whatever.
Okay, the one with the golden rule and the literal rule,
Golden
it
literal.
says explain.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, this is what they are, but then you didn't tell me what they mean.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that piece.
What number that is?
I saw it, I read explaining
You
that.
are
But I couldn't
funny
do
for
that.
me.
I think,
Which one
I
is it?
think she won that, cause she said just know the.
Right.
We should get 1.5 if it was.
Oh, 1.25.
Ah, wait, so how is
How much you got?
We
Half?
I get one, I get one.
1 point for just
I got
listening.
one.
3?
2 for,
But the
yeah.
thing is worth 2 points.
So we gonna.
Thank God we get half it.
Y'all killing me, you
Hold on,
know.
what number one was? Duties of what?
Duties of a bank.
Of the bank is.
Someone had them mix up.
They tricky, yeah.
I think
They
that's
tricky.
me.
And that's why I say you must
They
learn
tricky, but
it.
they tricky for you.
No,
Okay,
man, you see mix up.
Then Julius and
Which
at the
one?
back and the customer. That's the first one, number one.
I get 3
And
points.
one of the
Me
duties
too.
is for them
I
to
get
put a
2.
service charge or something on.
That's all right.
So you was looking for 3 points?
Receive
Yeah,
money from
at least
customers,
3.
collect and comply.
See,
with
Three on each
okay,
side.
okay, I have to
Oh,
receive
yeah.
it.
Available
See,
for customers
what I
on
learned
demand.
is if they say the point is worth 2 points, you get 2 points.
Who tell you that?
Yes, the price is worth 2 points, I get 2 points.
So, do they-
But if the listing is 6 or 8, you can give me 2.
Cause the point is only
No.
worth 2.
But I list one.
I say half.
Hey,
Just with these days, you get given off for them.
What you want?
I have to verify check, verify signatures, receive funds, prepay funds on demand.
Verify checks, verify signature, and all them fall under one?
No.
Who say so?
that's for the duties of the bank?
Uh-huh.
The checks are properly drawn up and not bought?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I get an X for that, Miss Arthur?
That's your point.
You gotta find
That's an
it.
X. And then to ensure a customer is not there, that's a duty?
No.
I think that's for the
If you didn't
Y'all
see
need to
that
learn
Okay, so
these
this
duties.
one, yeah,
On a roll.
this one I'm supposed to get right, Miss
When I
Arthur.
see these things,
So that could bring up my thing on the
The
48.
next one says she coming for her point, and the first sentence she tells, what do you tell me your first sentence?
I ain't worried about the person.
The first
About
sentence she said to
writing
me is,
what bill
there is no contract here.
Can somebody tell me the
And she
answer
tell
to
me
these
there's
duties?
bailment.
E,
That's all kind of foolishness.
But even though I said
a
what
person
bailment
becomes a
is,
customer.
my
No,
God,
you
It
should
tells me
know
from
this.
the beginning that you
A
have
person
no.
becomes a customer when the contract has been signed, they
Yes.
go
So
parties,
by the
and
foot
the
bill,
account has been
the
opened.
first
Yes.
The
So the
person will
duties
cost
are
the
Yes.
and funds are added to the account.
Oh,
What you have there?
Hold on, Miss Arthur.
They have to open the account and they have to actually deposit the money into the account for that contract to be actually established.
Yeah.
You have to sign, you have to
It's
sign,
the whole, it's the
you have to
whole
sign,
thing.
open,
I
and
say there's a
deposit.
contract.
what is that?
Why you looking at me like that, Denise?
E, a person becomes a customer.
Oh,
I take it
yeah.
now.
Oh, I thought.
Are we ready for the final? Because Doris is ready for the
No.
final. What you mean, no?
What could be on
Doris got
it?
100.
If you let us know what's on it, I gotta start
You let me know what
studying
Doris
from
get.
now.
Of course
Doris,
we
what you
start
get,
studying.
Doris?
Oh, hold
That's all
on,
you
let's
need
do
to
our research question first.
Man, I don't even.
I have no idea.
Huh? They
No,
want to
some-
know they want to know
No.
your Doris. Don't tell them anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, she doesn't know. Walty and I'll have Michael send you yours too. When he gets around to that one. Hold on now.
It's all trying to get mine see that. I don't know if it's because of that bother. You understand it?
What you mean?
Ashley.
I have Ashley right here. Hold on. Ashley, let me see.
Just wait till after class. Wait till they start recording.
Why?
You won't announce it now.
I don't announce it. Yeah.
We had
Sign
our
this.
own.
I see, everybody that know, you know.
Well, I didn't hear any.
Actually, like, yeah, too bad.
I
What?
got the lowest.
You signed?
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
that's
worry,
yours.
it ain't on the front, you don't gotta fold it.
Yo.
Doris, you should be happy you're not here. They're just out of hand.
I know, I am, trust me.
I
Ms.
don't,
Archer, Ms.
yes.
Archer, sorry for interrupting. Did you finish the question with the Bilma? Did you finish that?
Yeah,
So what was the answer?
you have to refer the matter to the police.
I wasn't even
Wow.
getting involved, buddy.
And that wouldn't be a breach or anything. That wouldn't be a breach
No,
of.
no, because don't forget now, under confidentiality was the first exception.
Yeah, no,
Compulsion of law.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. I felt like it was just somebody maybe trying to find out something and,
Doesn't
know.
matter, you're not gonna answer them back, you know. You're gonna refer the matter
Okay.
to the police.
So that's the bottom
Okay.
line, that we refer to the police
Mhm,
to get the
mhm.
full,
For the police to
Wow.
do the investigation.
I took it.
okay.
Would you say
Alright.
before that?
I mean, that's why I asked if that was the bottom line.
Yeah, but you can't give me the bottom
No,
line.
I
I don't know
didn't-
how you get
be
there.
done.
My conclusion was,
So
my conclusion was,
You have to go step by step.
I literally said, I literally said,
I imagine none but no police.
I didn't, I say, I advise
So
them
all we
ignoring
got
that.
seven.
Huh?
I got
You
7
was
points.
nearly there.
I say let them do that.
Just take the facts and the
Let them go
issues.
to the police.
Remember, I said, that's why under contract law, I said, when you learn how to answer pure contract questions, remember, I said, the facts, issues, the law, and analysis.
So what you're saying is, don't let the word memorandum
That's-
scare
that's
you.
No, that's a
Yeah.
format.
Yeah, that's what
I
all
gotta
gonna
tell
be
you,
the
I
same.
could have told you to write
the email,
an email. I could have asked you to write a letter.
And
You
yes,
still
they
wanted
know
that.
that, but you still wanted that facts. law thing.
Format.
Yeah.
If that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, that's the only
Some
way.
people will practice it. They can take a jotted piece of paper, write that down, and then just answer. But you have to practice it.
You say this is out of 15?
Ms. Archer,
Issues, we give me 2 points, I can need to do that.
these
Facts is
these
0
points,
points.
Looks like I could have get
What?
15 and made a different
You
conclusion.
just regurgitating what on the paper.
these points were on the for the questions. They could be added. They added to us already, or
Which points? On which?
for the
The
2 questions that we sent.
Oh, yeah, they added in.
They added.
Denise, stop.
Well, if I don't laugh, I go cry.
That's a contract.
I didn't get a I didn't
I
get
get
a
mine back.
I didn't get it. So do I have
No,
to?
you can do it.
You just sent it to me.
I had emailed you.
I didn't see it.
I could check my email again, but I sent it. I sent it from that Thursday.
I love it.
I mean, you have more points.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, I need it.
No, she said they added.
No,
Oh, you
she
only
No,
gave
no
get
her-
papers in India. All right, come, let me give you all the, 3,
The 3 options, right? Right, when
This
is,
one?
when is due? First thing.
It's mandatory or off? Or you have to-
Baby, based on these figures?
We got the next one. The next,
It's
like,
mandatory.
multiple choice or something. This
I
question
needed,
was
I
really-
needed, the exam is
Wednesday.
on a
She
Wednesday.
said the 25th.
She changed it, yeah, to the Saturday, right? Yeah.
When is the date?
And that's
No,
next
because of
week,
the
Wednesday,
curfew,
next
she
week,
may
no,
change
no,
the
no,
date
no,
to a Saturday, I'm not sure.
Okay.
She may leave it, she may not.
That's even better.
So what's up?
No, that makes
Okay,
sense.
but whatever it is, these are due the week after.
After the exam?
Mhm.
Okay then.
Okay.
Get to see you after the exam?
Email.
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 Okay. Okay.
That's okay, Doris?
You said a research paper is due a week after the exam
Yes,
and we can send it up via email.
email, right.
It's
Okay.
due 1 week after exam.
Okay, so topic number 1. Draft a presentation to management. I see it says presentation. Draft a presentation to management on customers' expectation. Draft a presentation to management on customers' expectation. In the technological drive in the technological drive to compete in mobile banking.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, ma'am.
No?
What?
It seemed like no one do
You saying no to?
No, I feel like that's a given.
This is,
I feel like that's a
Topic?
given.
okay, topic number 2. Prepare a paper
Well, that's enough.
prepare a paper highlighting the mobile apps. Prepare a paper highlighting the mobile apps that will be featured by banks. Prepare a paper highlighting the mobile apps that will be featured by banks to remain competitive. Yes, good one. Hmm? What are you looking for? In an app?
Okay, so could it be like, could it be an application with an assortment of features? Okay,
That's what we're moving to.
okay, I understand that.
No humans.
I definitely understand.
Can you repeat the last one again, please?
Okay, prepare a paper highlighting the mobile apps that will be featured by banks to remain competitive.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the first one just to make sure I got it, please?
Okay, draft a presentation to management on customers' expectation
Mhm.
in the technological drive to compete in mobile banking.
Okay, great, thanks.
Now, why y'all don't like these?
I don't know why you-
Everybody in here is young, savvy.
Would you say number 3 was?
Hey man, this is being recorded, you know.
No, but it's, they can say they had fun in this class.
Okay, 3. Referring to the KPMG report.
Hold on, did you write this down?
1 and 2, that's it.
Let's go. Referring to the KPMG report, in quotes, COVID-19,
Referring to the what? The
KPMG, because you gotta look it up. Referring to the KPMG report, in quotes, COVID-19, impact on the banking sector, end quote. COVID-19, impact on the banking sector. Discuss how the Bahamian banking and finance licensees have addressed this issue. Concluding with the business outlook for operations and staffing.
Can you pick up from?
concluding with.
With the business,
Oh, you want to do this one now, right?
No.
Why?
We just want to have all the questions. You can start from discuss how the Bahamian, what?
Discuss how the Bahamian banking and finance licensees
let's address these issues.
have addressed these issues, concluding with the business outlook, operations and staffing mainly. Is it number
Operation-
1?
Operations and staffing, what?
Operations and staffing, they're the main ones.
Okay.
Yes.
Concluding with the business one?
That easy
Outlook,
too.
operations and staffing.
And what's stopping?
Operations.
It could be easy, but things could change once you actually research and
Because
the
banks
perspective
did
of
different
KPMG.
things.
Yeah, so
Staffing.
you're not writing on all banks, you know.
not working on mine.
I don't know what to do with this.
But it does say,
Yeah,
it
but
does
you
say
don't work in the
NCA
bank, what is
finance
this,
license
banking and
is.
finance? So you work in the finance sector. How did COVID impact your business? What did it do differently?
Cause you could even compare and contrast what happened back then, and then you could,
Mhm.
discuss on what's happening now.
Okay, you redoing that one,
You like the
He
one
doing
I
this
like.
one, I think this one might be
Sound
the
like
easier
you
to
doing
read
all
It
because
is easy, because this one you're
It's
looking
about
at,
COVID.
okay, so if you're looking at COVID-19, you could write about what the US has done, or what the UK has done, what Jamaica has done, and then you're looking at what we did here in the Bahamas. You know, we had a lot of emergency orders. And then you could, then you narrow it down by saying, looking at where you work, what has been done? Have they reduced staff? Have they reduced hours? What have they done?
We operating on the same level. Present.
But you could compare that, but you could compare
Yeah,
that
with
to
other
your
church-
parent country. Are they doing the same thing? They may be doing it here, but they may not be doing that in Canada.
What parent company?
Yours.
For
No,
CB.
she worked for CB.
Oh,
so
but
burn
yours,
it
well,
out.
y'all,
I say no.
oh, sorry,
Like I said,
sorry.
present, we ain't remember, we don't even know what was going on. It was going to one, we know it was going on 1, 2 o'clock. It was there 2:30, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Why?
I don't know. We didn't know what was going on. Still know.
Yeah, but you all had the orders.
What others?
Orders are sent around,
Yeah. And they've been turning around again.
and you all don't comply,
Don't
and the
think they
staff
should now.
don't say anything.
I told her to.
You need to. It's a violation of the law, but then don't forget now, when they pass this new law that they're doing around now, let's see what they do.
What new law would they discuss it yesterday and today?
They're gonna put those orders into law.
How?
What?
I mean, how? Yeah, they're gonna make an actual law, legislate. Other countries have done it.
Gee, this virus
You all have
ain't
to
going
keep up with
nowhere.
what's happening around the world.
No, I understand what you're
They
saying.
don't do orders
They're saying
anymore. They actually have legislation.
Because we thought like the virus would come and go, but
No,
it's
no,
here to
that's
stay.
not
Right, that's
happening.
what I
No,
thought.
that is not. That's not happening.
It's here to stay.
That ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's mutating.
I say 2 years and 2 years come.
No,
Yes, it's
no,
gone.
people thought it's gonna last 2 weeks. Initially, when it first started, it was like, oh, 14 days and it's all be
Yeah,
done
no.
away with.
Because China has it again. Yeah, Wuhan has it again.
Wuhan
Uh-huh.
has it again.
But wait, Bill
going
Gates
nowhere.
said for 5 years, 2025. Yeah.
He did say that.
All right? Any more questions now?
Do we
So
have
you
the
said
order?
like 4 pages.
Yeah.
4 or 5 pages. Now don't repeat the same thing twice.
Wait.
4
And what's the font?
4 pages.
Okay, someone said the questions, miss.
Font is always 12.
Yeah.
Times New Roman numerals.
It's gonna be 16.
No, double space, right?
No!
Yes!
Double space.
I don't want a double space.
Double space is correct.
Double space! That's standard.
Trust me, when you start, you're gonna find there's so much to write about.
Yeah, so much.
Studying the MLA, MLA and double space. What's the next one? MLA and what else?
The what? Take number 2.
So we only can do
Mobile
one.
apps.
We only can do one, right?
Depends on your grade.
I doing too.
How much the
What are you laughing there online?
You better do all 3.
If you do
Doris,
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 Don't ask no question.
Doris said
Just
you all
all
three.
Oh, flipping three.
It's our job.
Yeah.
You gotta vote.
10 on the
You gotta vote.
20 on the
The
next
research
one.
question.
Make it a gamble.
You can add up both of the research questions.
What you mean?
Like if we do 2 research questions.
Yeah. Depends on your grade.
You can't say one, do
You
three.
can't go over 100.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So if you
I
fail
got
both
it.
research questions, you add them
One,
together and
two,
then you
three.
add that thing up.
And
I got
how much?
That's how much points you accumulate.
She
each
made
question
it
to
if you're
do.
gonna grade it separately, and then if all of them are going to add up to our final grade.
Till the mid.
No, this
No,
goes to the
this goes to the
midterm.
midterm.
This goes to the midterm.
60 or 65?
Charge
He
something.
is?
She said midterm?
A bonus is for your midterm.
For your
grade.
midterm.
Yeah, this is
60 or
my
65?
Oh, I thought this was for the
I thought
final.
No.
I can need this for final.
Oh,
This is for
It's
the
not
So we
midterm.
don't have that for-
Aim for
I don't
70.
need midterm no more. I don't want
okay,
that.
so what is on the
What you
final
say?
exam?
We're getting there now. You know, we finished midterm.
It's
What
our
happened
choice.
to 70 just now?
Aim for 70.
Aim for 70.
Don't be aiming for 60 and 65.
No, I just asked.
Oh, don't go there. Go to 70, 80.
I guess 100 points you just try.
So you know, based upon what you got,
How much
how
work
much,
do you have to do?
how much work you have to do.
So what about the finals? Cause I know.
We getting
We
there
getting
right
the
now.
Okay,
Is there anything from the midterm exam?
What do you mean?
Formatted yet?
She gonna tell us.
I'm gonna tell you what on it right now.
Yeah.
We finished now?
Mm-hmm.
We good with the questions?
Mhm.
Don't write
So
all
what's
over
the,
the
what's
place.
the extra
Stop it.
points for the final exam, Ms. Archer?
There's none.
And midterm was only 35%,
Take it on.
35 of the grade,
30,
30.
10% is attendance.
So far, I got 10.
Final exam is 60%. So if you fail the midterm, you fail the class.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gee.
Doris, come on.
Ms. Archer,
Yes.
you said you want to see at least 15 pages?
No.
Out of 38.
I said at least 5.
Out of 100.
Okay, okay.
5. So if you want to, you can try the 3, you can try 2, depends on your grade. You can see your grade.
Okay.
Okay, so each one of these research questions is out of 20 points.
Sis?
Okay.
Okay.
Minimum of 5 pages.
5?
Yeah, 5.
No, 5 pages.
Yeah, and 5 pages easy to write.
Double two.
You just said 4.
You were 5, include your name.
He's freaking. That's a breach of contract.
You won't go for 4 pages?
You all already agreed on it.
Oh, so the first question, you know what that means?
No, what's that? What are you talking about?
To research before I get into the final.
Okay, so draft
say
the
draft a
presentation
presentation
to
or-
management on
Give me
customers'
something.
expectations and the technical logical drive to compete in mobile banking.
When you say presentation, exactly.
You want slides?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I
So how would you count that as 5 pages?
What do you mean?
If they doing slides, like
Uh-huh.
actual presentation?
You write words and then you put a slide in the middle and more words and a slide in the middle.
We emailing this to you.
Uh-huh.
You want pictures?
Yeah, like graphics,
Yeah,
graphics
whatever.
necessary.
And then you put the words, whatever you're
Like a
going to
caption
say.
underneath it.
So as if you're actually going to stand up and make this presentation, that's what it is. So what do you think customers are expecting? If we look at all of the banks that have mobile banking in the Bahamas, what are customers expecting? What are they looking for?
Yeah.
Money to grow.
They want instantaneous service.
Mm-hmm. What else?
They want service period.
They-
Service period. It has to be fast.
Yeah, it has to be fast.
Notification, the minute take.
Yeah, notifications,
Yeah,
alerts.
automatic.
And reliable.
Yes, 10 cents gone.
Yeah. They want available customer support
Mm-hmm.
that you buy telephone. So
Hold on,
so-
you're going too fast.
Oh wow. Okay. Anything else?
Support?
They would want to have an extensive record keeping, at least a minimum of a year of transactions. Right.
She making a note.
Um,
Think about those,
user something that's
what they
user
call
friendly.
those borderless banks.
Yeah, user friendly. That's good.
Yeah, borderless banks. What's one of the advantages for customers to open an account with a borderless bank?
Yeah, so they I guess they don't want to have like they want to open an account easily, but like with not so much like red tape.
Face ID.
Mhm.
And then you scan your passport.
Yeah,
And that's it. It's done. So much.
yeah.
A lot of things people are looking for. Because don't forget now, if you look at your customer base now, in 20 years, all those people you see fiddling with the machine and can't figure it out will be
We're
gone.
gone.
And you all will be where I am now. You see what I mean? And you all will be more computer savvy. So think of it like that.
Mhm.
That's where it's headed to now. All those people who in their 60s, 70s, and 80s will be gone.
So those,
Because you're looking at people who want to do things very quickly.
so those baby boomers
Yeah, they'll be
moving
gone.
out, so the millennials will be like in those high positions now. So the millennials, the Gen X and the Gen Z.
Yeah. They will be in charge. Whatever number or letter comes after them. You know, so they'll be looking for something totally different. So even you all will become outdated to them. So all of the technological advancement now is not geared towards me and people older than me. It's for you all. So to wrap your mind around that. Okay, now roll the drum. It's time for the final exam. I am looking for A's.
Speak it, speak it.
I'm looking for A's.
Give us some questions then.
People online,
You said you
gone
was
go
gonna
ahead.
incorporate some multiple choice in the final?
Oh,
These are
the
demonstrations.
beggars, the beggars, the beggars, the beggars.
Please.
That's the
This
only
exam
thing
has 6 questions.
A's and B's
The
and
sixth
Five of them
question,
scenarios.
Wait 15
the
times.
6th question
Mm-hmm.
is your bonus.
Okay.
You can't vote us.
we won't see the bonus yet. We won't think it.
But it is there. So the 6th question is your bonus, multiple choice, fill in the blank, and match.
What?
Okay.
It's tricky. I don't trust this.
Well, it's a bonus. And you have how many of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Multiple choice, fill in the blank.
And match.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. But see that? Thank you very much. These guys in here, all they keep doing is complaining. Now, let's see how we're going to do this now. Types of accounts. Joint accounts. So you have to know, I'm going to give you what the mandate states when the husband and wife open the account. This is the longest question on the exam, because I've given you some details of how the account was operated, couple. And the wife wants to sue the bank because of the actions of the husband.
So that's a word term.
Hmm?
That's a word term, Maria.
No, this isn't savings, this is actual operation. So you have to know joint accounts, how they operate, of course, the banker-customer relationship, because that's what the mandate is about. But you have to know the duties of the bank. And when you talk about operating account, what is that duty that we spoke about in the Makushla case? The duty of C. A.
Oh.
Care. Duty of
Yeah.
care. A bank has a duty of care. And what's the case?
The first one is the first one.
No, you're gonna use Makushla.
Or Jameson?
No, you're gonna use the case that's in Makushla that they relied on. What was the case?
That's the London.
JP Morgan and the
Mm.
Quincy Gary, remember? JP Morgan referred to the case of Quincy Gary. Quincy Gary is the case that established the bank's duty of care.
The air conditioner on pay.
No, I can feel it.
Yeah, a little, it ain't as cold as I thought it would have been. I have the tea and the sweater. I just came prepared today.
Oh. Is that what you want to? What's wrong with John, man? So you know, if you're answering that, when you answer that question, you already know what I'm looking for. So if you leave off the cases, then points are deducted.
How much cases do you really look for in like answering questions?
It depends on the question. If you answer that question, what cases you putting in it? And what else? No, you don't need Makushla. Yes, James and versus Smith, yes.
Hampton is in every case.
Everything. And so, when you read it, they have a joint account, so you know they are customers. And so you would start out by saying what? The duties of the bank and the duty of the customer is relevant to the question.
So that be the analysis, like,
What is wrong?
when you format it.
And you know the case that you use. Okay. And I remember I said that's the longest one. No difference in points, but I tried to give you some facts to see how the account was operated, so you could form a good analysis of whether you think the wife has the right to bring a claim against them. All right, so there is a question on a employee who committed a fraud. And of course, the bank cleared the checks. And the bank now wants to rely on the only defense that it has, and that's section 7, subsection 3 in the Bill of Exchange Act.
You wanna rely on it, that again?
On section 7, subsection 3 in the Bill of Exchange Act. And that section states that where the payee is fictitious or non-existent, then the bill is treated as bearer. So they're saying that when the checks came to them, that they treated it as bearer and they cleared it.
Because they're already familiar with, it's already familiar with,
You figure that out when you read the scenario.
yeah, that's when we list those companies on the board.
So you know what cases for that, right? Yes, you do. TAG. Look at she looking at me. You remember that case? VAG. LIANO, Vegiliano, and Cotton versus Attenborough.
If we spell it wrong, we ain't losing points.
No. In your notes, look up
I can
fictitious.
check it,
You remember it now, right?
Yeah, I remember the, yeah, I
Okay.
remember the.
So you have to know the
notes.
principles between whether or not the customer is existent or non-existent. Remember now, right? Okay. Of course, there is a question on Makushla.
Really?
Yes, but the question is not Makushla. The scenario is not Makushla. This is an actual case, but it's not Makushla. But you will use Makushla. And remember when we spoke on Monday, I was telling you that when you look at the scenario, even this one and Makushla, be very careful not to get clouded with different issues. What is the actual issue? Remember when we spoke about Makushla Uri on Monday, and I was saying they mix up the statements with the actual machine. They're two totally different issues. Let me see what this one is about.
So we ain't have one like, time manager, yeah.
Memorandum.
Love your what, bonus? Oh, you're gonna love your bonus. Your bonus is on bills of exchange. Commissary notes. KYC, money laundering. Oh, remember? Yes, you remember. We remember we were talking about ACH
Yeah.
and clearing checks.
You got that on the document?
I don't need that document.
Wow.
I get what the law says. Now, I have a scenario here for you all. Your check was cleared. And you need to discuss the bank's position or the client's position against the bank on what the bank did. Remember now, I could give you a check that's post dated on the 15th and you clear it today. But I have other checks that were coming through for today. And so when my other checks come in, what happened? They bounce, okay? All right. So think about that for the exam. Again, you started again. Don't forget now, you started again talking about what is the duty of the bank and what's the duty of the customer. And then you go into this. So what case are you gonna use for this?
Clayton's case?
Clayton?
Yeah, Clayton. For full,
Yes, the role in Clayton.
yeah.
Yes.
So you said in each scenario, start off by stating the
Duties
the duties.
Duties of
Okay.
the bank and the customer.
Okay.
That's just an analysis.
That's
This is
just
the
a
facts, the
format.
issue.
That's just the format. That's where you're gonna start. You don't have to write the facts. Don't
Okay.
forget now, you learn how to do the facts when we did contract. That's so you can wrap your mind around what is the essential points you need to focus on. You don't need to do that anymore. What are the
Okay.
issues mean? What are the questions that you need to answer in your analysis? And in most instances in a banking law question, I give you the question. I'm telling you what I want you to answer. So you don't have to sit down and figure out, okay, I wonder if this is a question. No, I'm giving you the question. So you just need to answer it. So your first thing is, what is the law? So you either giving me a case law, or you giving me the duties, or you giving me the rights. One of them. So if you're gonna use, say you're gonna use Makushla as your case law to fall on, then you're gonna give me the facts of the case in Makushla. And then you can say in your scenario that the facts in this case are similar in the aforementioned case. In this case, the customer did this. And in Makushla case, she did the same thing. However, the bank took this route. Yeah, because you have to analyze it. Remember, I told you to go over Monday. I said, go over Makushla case again. Separate the statement from the machine. Because what really happened? The bank relied on the statements. But really the issue was, how did that person get access to her account? That's where the issue was. Whether she looked at it, their reliance on whether she looked at a statement or not, has nothing to do with the ATM machine and how it works. They're two separate things. Because the bank has a duty of care when they have an ATM machine. There's certain things that they have to do. And they cannot run from that responsibility by saying, we issued a pamphlet that says, we don't give you statements, but you can go online and look at it. So that's what they tried to do with that document. By saying, we told you there are no more statements. We told you to go online. You didn't bother to check. Your money gone. Too bad. That's in essence what it was saying, right?
Basically.
That's what basically what it said. You should have looked online. You didn't look. Too bad. You were not on the island. And how'd I get my problem?
I agree.
You agree now, right? When you look at it and you step back and you see that made no sense.
I agree. She's supposed to monitor her account.
Really? Really? So what's the duty of the bank?
Forget that school shade.
Yeah, so what's
Hey,
the duty
hey.
of the bank? No, when if you say you agree to that, then what is the duty of the bank?
Okay,
Collect your fees.
And how you collecting my fees based on what? What are you doing for me for the fees?
I want your money.
Oh, you watching my money, but you just finished saying I must watch my money.
I mean, if it going, if it going and you ain't taking, you gotta let me know so I can investigate it. I don't mind doing that for you. And if I find out that it isn't you, I'll give it back to you. Now you just got a certain period to get it done. If you do,
Yeah, but even when I advised you that my money was missing, y'all send me away.
nah, I don't know why. That
Would you see
happened.
what I'm saying?
I
And then
don't
when
know
I
why
came
that
the
happened.
second time, you send me away again.
The first time, like honestly, the first time, unfavorable. But the second time, like
You
supposed to,
really
like,
should have done.
yeah, you really should have done it.
Light
You
bulb's
really should
supposed
have
to
done
go
it.
off.
The only thing I can say is that stinger branch.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I ain't associated with that branch. I can tell you that.
That was not handled properly.
Never have and all. Never have.
Always remember when you're dealing with customers, the bank has a duty of care. And because the bank drafted those documents, the court will always be on the side of the customer. So unless the customer could prove or cannot prove what they're saying, then they will go to the bank. But other than that, not happening. Okay, so now, how many questions I can give you?
Two.
That's not true. Three.
That's three, okay.
Why are you always trying to
No, I
hoodwink me?
just was checking to see if I was gonna.
No, I gave you 4.
Let's listen again.
don't
Let's
even
listen
try that.
again. Joint accounts.
I gave you joint accounts, right, Yuri?
Makushla.
I gave you Makashla, yes.
Employee who committed the fraud.
Uh-huh.
And the bonus.
And then the bonus.
And the
And then the
ACH.
bonus, so you count the bonus as one?
No.
Okay, so 3 then.
That's 1, 2,
No.
3, 4.
That's 4.
That's 4. Joint accounts. Employee who committed fraud. Makushla.
Oh, so
Committed the fraud
And the ACH.
and the ACH.
The types of accounts, and they have the
You didn't like the first one, I know.
yeah,
Yes, right there.
Makushla. And then the ACH.
Can we go over number question number 4, please? I'm not sure I have it right. Which one is it?
That's the ACH.
The ruling
Oh, that's number 4.
case.
That was when we had a discussion about the bank
Declaring
having
the
the
check.
right to clear a post-dated check. Why y'all keep reading that?
It's getting tired of me.
It's not. Okay. I gave you 4 vignettes. You know what I mean? Vignettes mean like 2 sentences. Very, very short little scenario. And I want you to tell me what defense would the bank use in each one of the conditions. So they're very short. Very, very short.
So short answer, don't answer, I'm like,
No, they're not long.
okay.
Did they want to say?
What's the bank?
What defense would the bank use in each one of the little scenarios? They're all complaints.
And when you
So
say
some of them we have to
defense,
mention the rights and the duties of the bank.
Yeah, some here.
Yeah,
And the case if you know a case.
okay.
And then I gave you 2 more little vignettes that's added to the question on the fictitious employee, and the fraud, two little vignettes, and you have to just give an explanation. So you should know what's required to close an account. You have a case for that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Put it in.
Oh, no, you didn't
Mortgage.
forget?
I
Oh,
couldn't
wait,
remember.
got
I know what you
mortgage.
meant. I just couldn't remember the
Yes.
name.
Yeah, one is on, AML.
One is, AML.
AML. And the one with the joint account, with the husband and wife, I didn't give, I don't wanna focus too much on mortgages. So, you should just know what a security is.
Security.
That's a short answer, Julie.
No, part of the joint account question.
Ms. Archer, I missed what you said about the husband and wife question.
I just added in the husband and wife question.
Mhm.
You should know what is a security,
Oh, okay.
because based upon the operations of the account, you need to know what a security is. Based upon what the husband and wife were doing. Remember now, she is suing the bank. The bank made a demand, and now she's suing. You're gonna love that one. No, knowing his bank, they would have made that demand and told her she must pay.
So I need to get paid.
She's fighting back. And so it's very long, because what I'm giving you in here is a little background on how the account was operated from the eyes of the banking staff. So you be able to see whether or not you agree or you disagree that she has a leg to stand on. We're talking about a lot of money. It really is. Not here though. Somewhere else. All right? So everybody's happy now?
No.
What I mean?
The other questions will be based on
Yeah, that's plenty of work.
other, chapter Z.
That's more
What?
work than my job.
You say the fill in the blank and the multiple choice and all
They
that.
don't.
Fill in the
right,
blank.
see?
I
That's
come
the bonus
from-
question she talking about.
No, they ain't bonus.
Yeah, the fill in the blank.
She
Yeah,
said
the
Yeah, fill in the
bonus.
blank
Yeah,
box.
multiple
The
choice.
bonus,
the bonus.
Fill in
choice,
the
and
blank.
the fill in the blank is bonus.
I told you it'll come from the chapter on negotiable instruments. Like you have to know what is a bill of exchange. What does that mean? Checks. A little bit on money laundering. And negotiable instruments and ATM machines. It's not difficult. Yeah, in a second. Yeah.
Until we get the grades back.
But I mean, you already know which questions are coming, you know the topic, so you need to study and know your cases. What I say to do when you walk an exam, what do you do?
I just say pray.
Get a blank sheet of paper and you write down what you know before you forget.
Yeah, that's not, oh.
So for each question, you write it down. Then all you have to do is refer to your sheet as you write. So it doesn't matter how much panic if they say it's only half an hour left. You know you can write. Otherwise your mind goes blank.
Ms. Archer, I have a question.
Yes.
how is it that, let's say, number houses or gambling house operators are not able to sue the banks for not doing business with them if gambling is legal?
Yeah.
You all are doing it? You all accept? You've opened an account for Island Luck? Oh, they've changed.
We just had a discussion on that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't open the account on that a lot.
Okay.
So it's
And we can receive credits.
corporation.
We can
I
receive
know you
credits
do
on
credits.
winnings. Yeah, we give credits on winnings. But that's like a lot of stipulations.
Because I know you were doing the properties too, which they didn't know. Okay, so the thing about it is that when you are a subsidiary, you have to follow, even though you follow the law wherever you operate, if the parent company's law does not allow you to do it, then they more or less tend to say they're not going to do it in this jurisdiction. Because for consolidated supervision, they're going to have a problem.
Right.
Because they're going to have to say in the Bahamas, they allow gaming, and this percentage of our balance sheet has gaming proceeds. Because in those jurisdictions, they only allow the Indians to do it on the Indians' reservation. So even Atlantis itself, they question that. Even though Atlantis is open and it's big business, they question transactions that come through Atlantis. And the questions don't come just from Canada, it comes from the United States. Because gaming is so risky. And they're looking for certain characters, there's certain people they look for. You have some people who are gamblers and they go by profession. And when they win big. And when they gamble, their line of credit is in the millions. And when they win in the millions. And they monitor those people. Yeah. But I know the Canadians are taking that stance that they will not accept it. But we said that over time, they'll begin to see that if they don't accept it, what's gonna happen? They get left behind. The deposits will shrink. The credits will shrink.
In the end, it's just a model. It's just like trading, if you ask me.
If you do your due diligence, you do your due diligence.
Just make sure the funds are general. Make sure it's in the funds
But they attended 5 years ago the presentation on the ring fencing. The people flew here, foreigners who established it. They came in, they flew and they told them how it was done. And they told them how they actually monitor the accounts. They can actually see the accounts and what's going on in the accounts. And they still said no.
No.
They just don't want to do the work.
They're not willing to take that risk. So that's why it was an opportunity for the local bank to take the money and run. So that's why, remember, they were in debt before, the local bank. Now they're no longer in debt. They're making money. Because that dollar every hour adds up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
And that's coming in.
And it's coming in. Because you just lending on what?
Well, and it's not guaranteed you get that back.
No.
So you gambling yourself?
Why would they get flowers and license?
To do what?
Open this bank.
Too much risk. It's got nothing to do with a mass of money.
It's to the character?
No. How to run a bank, what do you require?
Capital.
Besides that?
Approval from the governor.
Yes.
Okay, so we have local banks. They have the 6% approval. What I'm saying is, opening their bank, what if they That would have been.
I agree.
How bank?
Yeah, the one in the back.
In the back?
You put the
No.
secret- Why, because of who?
Because of
own it?
history?
Because of who own it?
Yeah.
Big difference.
And that's why you say character.
Yeah, big difference.
Oh.
Not to say that they have not taken the chance before the Bahamians. Other than them,
They can't really give
and
a-
they failed.
They can't really give a legit reason why not.
Character.
Just like that.
Yeah. Don't forget that everything we do is under scrutiny. Internationally.
Oh.
Every bank we open. So we won't. What is he gonna do to the bank?
What is he going to?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry,
Like
what was the
Bahamians?
question? What is he what?
What is he gonna do with it?
Say it again. You don't need the bank to do that.
You need the bank to do that, so what does he want a bank for?
To do what other banks are doing, making money.
Baby gain a few points.
Maybe if he partners with some people,
Mm.
some former bankers,
Yeah.
with a reputable reputation, he might have had a chance, and they must have some money. He can't be the only person with money.
That is true.
I could see that.
I could see
Yeah,
that.
so what I'm
Yeah.
saying, it depends on how he presented it.
Okay.
But everything comes down to presentation. But if you can pull a person to open a bank to do what? Because when they came as a compliant.
ESB.
The bank is only people who can rob you with no bank.
No, they don't rob. How do they rob you?
That's what I hear.
No, you have a choice. You can put it
I
under the
don't
mattress, you
really.
can put it in the can, or you can put it in the bank.
I don't have a choice.
Because I don't want.
I
Yeah,
remember
I want it, I'm like, I'll go to
Hmm?
the job.
off the water collection.
Go ahead.
You said we got rid of the penny situation, right? And they wound the whatever to the next
Mhm.
10.
Mhm.
Does it make a difference if you pay with your Visa, debit, or credit card?
Mhm.
It does.
It does. There is cash is rounded. If you
If it's
use it in
not
plastic, it's
exact,
exact.
It's the exact amount.
I have I have in a situation right now with this, like we battling right now, I battling with this client right now. They came at me and they was like, I went online.
Who, you or them?
No, the customer. I
Uh-huh.
went online
They
and I
went online.
purchased
Uh-huh.
something. The
Uh-huh.
item cost $173.
Uh-huh.
But when I checked my bank statement, I was charged $175. So I'm here to you asking for my $2. Knowing the person that I am. I wasn't having it because it was based on my investigation. The 173 was in USD.
Oh, okay, so it's a conversion.
I told that to the customer and they was like, no, I want my $2 back. I was like, how? Look, and they showed me the evidence with pictures, and the currency has the study clear. The 173 USD. Your account is open in BSD. How can the transaction be valid
It has
to
to
the
be
currency?
converted to the local currency.
That's their first time using it online.
Yeah.
You know what the email continued to say? This isn't the first time this happened. This has happened.
Email will continue to happen if you use another currency.
Stop ordering off of me. Good, I would have referred that.
To
I
who?
wasn't even taking the time to sit down and argue with nobody.
It's like, oh, I want to monitor
But
the
it's not possible because they're in two different currencies.
And the person worked.
How old is the person?
The person worked for the regulators.
What?
Lies, Yuri.
It is VDM.
It is BDM. It is BDM always bottling you. It is BDM always
You
bottling
serious?
you. I'm so serious.
They, I ain't gonna lie, they the most difficult clients.
I asked you to tell me this person retired from somewhere.
No way, they work for the regulators. And their argument was how can a Bahamian company charge me as a Bahamian on a Bahamian debit card? I said you can't even use that judgment because the Bahamian merchant doesn't have the obligation to only service Bahamians. they
Mhm.
service international clients, so they have to put services in place to service
All clients.
all of their possible clients.
Mhm.
So you can't even question something like that. When they say these not done, sounds like log off and go to class now to somebody that wants
All the stuff using the line.
I say if that's the case, use cash.
Yeah. But we are moving cashless.
And they was valuing for that $2 a change.
Yeah. All right. So we feel good now, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean no?
How can I feel good about what
We have 2 more classes, all right.
You got the free papers for
You have what?
So, 40% is 40% regardless.
Is this the last class? Is this the last class?
This is the last class.
Okay.
What's she talking about?
That's how
so you have a better
You can be here by yourself and online by yourself.
So
You were serious or that was a joke?
So you can put example on the group plan.
Miss Dino sent it.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be next week.
Yeah, they will be next week though.
Why?
It can't be next week.
And they were saying the
Technically, you
25th.
told us the 25th, so we can do it the Saturday after the 25th. That's the case.
That's September.
And she even
That's
expected
fine.
more classes. So we can have the
Not next
exams.
week,
Right there, right there. Don't procrastinate.
Nah, don't procrastinate. Okay, I'm gonna ask Michael to send these to you now.
Ms. Archer,
Okay.
so we can, if we do 2 of the, research questions, one of them can go towards the final.
Mm-mm.
That's right. Miss Murray, remember she said that midterm carry most of the week, so let's do for the midterm.
No, but that final we're weighing 60.
I don't know how the midterm carry.
You have to pass the midterm or to pass the class.
Midterm is 30.
And the class is 78. You got pass with 70. No, I mean, the whole grade, the passing grade. What's the passing grade?
Aim for 70.
Yeah, aim for 70.
I can need you to check your email.
Yes, I will.
Send it again.
I can send it.
Just send it again.
Yeah.
Pass everything. So, Ms. Archer.
I don't know why y'all be fighting, so frightened.
You making it seem like it's so,
It's not as easy as
How?
you say.
you know.
You see how you do me on number 5? Just because I started right, you give me that big question
But
mark.
even when you study, you realize you were wrong. You tell me, you say, this is not a contract, it's just an arrangement. And then you say, Belmont is, like, seriously?
But I mean it there, that's what I said.
No,
I was
no one
dead,
that
I was
way.
dead close to number 5 until my conclusion was out of line. I was totally ignoring that level. I don't know who you is. Just say make line get this surely control. You is they thought I let in the shirt away. Let's move on. Next.
You must stop being so impatient with your clients.
You ain't even a client, you're a random person with a random
Doesn't
letter.
matter.
Wow.
They're stating they have a claim.
So why you couldn't just take that letter to the police? Because my conclusion was if the court
He's
addressed
just
the
letting
bank,
the bank be aware. See, look at it from the flip side. What if the person who has the contract with the bank is aware that the rightful owner,
is an honest person.
no, the rightful owner is trying to retrieve the goods. So the best thing for me to do is go to the bank and take it out.
Okay, so the anonymous, because when I see this anonymous letter, my expectation is that this anonymous person is trying to come into the bank and take
He
this
said he's
item.
not telling you he's coming in. He's telling you about information. Which is gonna make the bank a party too.
Oh, we
Because
can't
you're
have that.
holding it.
Yeah, we can't have that. This
Okay
way.
then, all right.
We gotta get the police involved.
Of course. Once, because he's letting you know, he's not giving you his name, but he's telling you that his lawyer is going to bring an action against the bank for those goods.
So we calling the police for our protection. For the
Right.
bank's
You
protection.
then refer that matter to your compliance department, who will then write to the police. They say we received the attached letter, and then we also have a contract with a customer.
Okay.
Then they will do what needs to be done.
Yeah, I know. Well, let me research that first.
Oh, there's more.
I was already doing more.
Yeah.
I know,
And what
right?
things was happening in this?
Okay.
And there was more in this one too.
Yeah, I realize.
Don't be lazy in that exam.
So, Miss Austin, what do you think we've gone wrong now?
Yeah.
I think so.
Couldn't study hard enough.
You think so?
Yes.
I thought I did. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where.
I think number 5, me offering peace.
I thought I was said I get all them questions before number.
All right, I wanna have Michael send this now. Yeah, but you gotta, you see, when you write any law question, whether it's banking law, contract law, employment law, you have to write in the language.
Right. I realized the first one I did, I started off like that. I got 7 for that.
Yeah.
The next one, I completely forget.
Yeah.
And I think I got 5.
So
And
that
then the
would
last
mean
one
number
just
5.
out the window and through.
And
Right.
see,
You gotta be
memorandum
focused.
and
So
write a
Duncan
letter
had
and
said that was
text.
only the format.
That's what I said, that threw me off. So
So
I
even if you
said,
had written it in essay and it was right, so you supposed to have started
if
off
I'd have
with
put
what?
it in the
Bailment.
language,
Right.
You supposed to start off with bailment.
my
You
God,
started
I
off
might
by
have get-
telling me.
I might have got a 7, because that's when I remember bailment. That's why I write it.
Okay, good night, ladies. I'm gonna have Michael scan these to you right now.
Okay, good night.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right.
All right, good night.
Good night.